had no success in competition at the time.
Yep.
And I had like a real bad complex about it. And I was angry for a really long time. And then COVID happened and there was no chance, there was no like outlet, no way to like work on that kind of thing. Everything that we do in the gym is dictated by the rules to some degree. You wouldn't ever play off your back if it was not for a rule set. But if it's about what you're interested in, then you should just train what you're interested in. The best way to have longevity in the sport is to have fun with it. I really, really like to look for exploits that lead to dramatic success. It feels like cheating.
You gave me a life-changing beating in the gi.
Was that just a real piece of shit?
I was saying something. I was like making a comment and you were like, just don't talk, bro.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
No,
I swear to God.
He would have said that.
A lot of the time when I watch your jiu-jitsu and I try and do your jiu-jitsu, it fucking hurts my back.
I definitely went through a really, really long time of having extreme back pain.
For real?
Yeah, for sure. Like sleep with a pillow between my knees, that kind of thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I did that for a little while too.
Yeah, well, look, it's just nice and we can all admit that.
Yeah. No, we're all adults here.
You sleep with a pillow between your knees. This is a real question.
I'm being so serious, yeah.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, fuck. So it was also like a funny thing. So I learned most of the way I play open guard at Open Sparring in like 2019. I was training with Levi, and that was when he was doing the Spider. So at that time he would do Euros. He did his camp for Euros there. He did his camp for Spider there, and I think Worlds camp we all went there. We all went to Unity, and the Pans camp he went to Unity, right? So that was the time when he was separate. And in that time, it was like, I don't know if you've noticed the different gyms. It's like you kind of get programmed to all act the same way.
Yes.
And we were just weirdos.
Okay, dude. Side note. I've been to some gyms where I've met people before they went there, and then they spent a couple years there, and then they like programmed autism into them. And they
Go on.
But dude, I swear, they like lost social skills. Their social skills were existent, and then they were training at a particular place, and they just reduced their ability to talk to people and make eye contact.
Okay, well, yeah, I mean, that definitely tracks with me as well. But what I mean is, okay, about autism, right? Is Craig saying jiu-jitsu is for people with autism and steroids? Is that like a good thing? Like, I think in a way you make fun of something enough and it normalizes it, right? Because people still to this day have a sincere, like taboo about speaking about autism. You've seen it here, right? Like in the gym, you've seen it. People will be like, don't say that about yourself. I'm being serious. You've had that conversation. I was there for it a couple of times. Yeah. And they mean it in a good way. Sorry.
Yeah, I think what Lucas is trying to point out is like me, as a really autistic person, I will just openly tell people, like I embrace it completely, I don't mind. But then people say like, oh, don't put a label on yourself, don't think of yourself that way because it's going to make you limited. But that presupposes that it's a bad thing. Whereas if I think it's a good thing, then it's not an issue to be autistic.
Yeah.
And then the issue people would criticize, like jiu-jitsu people like Craig Jones saying, oh, everyone's like autistic. The issue some people have is, well, they're not all autistic. It's actually just, say, as Jake, you just said, people lower their social skills. Inherently, they're increasing their social skills by adapting to that social environment.
That's a good goal.
That's what they're fitting into. Like, say, oh, they do less eye contact. Well, it just means that socially they don't have to do that kind of eye contact. But I think, like, the negative consequence of more people saying they have autism, even if they don't actually, is way like minimal compared to the negative consequence of actual autistic people who experience stresses and that kind of thing in jiu-jitsu being able to finally be open.
Wait, like give us an example.
So like, say, what do you mean by example?
Like when it's happened, something like that has happened.
So a lot of people, it's just kind of a modern TikTok trend, right? Like, oh, I have autism now because I see someone post a video relating to all these symptoms. Like, oh, I get stressed out when I'm talking to people I don't know.
Like right? ADHD.
Yeah,
Everyone
ADHD,
has ADHD
as well. So yeah, they're actually kind of the same thing in terms of genetics. But like, oh, I don't like loud noises, so I must be autistic. Like, yeah, well, no, that's not what autism is. It's actually a pathological combination of different symptoms along the whole spectrum. But still, the consequence of that is like kind of nothing. Like, who cares if they just say that they have autism? As long as they're still recognizing that other people have a pathological issue where their autism causes them immense distress, as long as that's still recognized, then it doesn't matter what label like people want to throw around. That was my autistic ramble.
I actually think, I think it was a good thing. I think it reduces the stigma associated with it. Right?
Yeah, I don't think it hurts it. It's almost like, oh, congrats. You're gonna do well if you put your mind to it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I really like that. I think it's the same thing with like homophobia in jiu-jitsu. I think it is. It's okay. It's cool to be gay and autistic because if you're good at jiu-jitsu, that's cool, right? Is that kind of the core message of that? I think it's
yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Did I hold it
No, you're good. Penis length away.
like a big penis one?
Like an average penis. So much closer. So
What were we talking about?
we actually started with the influence
back
of
pain.
the back pain, which then you were training at open sparring and people were weird.
Yeah, so I felt like a mad loser in that gym because everyone would sit in like a full squat, right? Like you know how Mikey does the squat, and it was a thing that everyone did. It was all like good posture, sit in a full squat, and I couldn't do any of that shit.
Yeah.
And I actually still really struggle with it unless I've like warmed up. But I have good external rotation at the hips, and I just figured out a way to make that work for me. So the principles are the same around like how I do guard retention as to the way Levi does it, but like just the actual steps of what I do are quite different. As a result, I just kind of made it work for my body type.
Yeah. So were you always flexible?
No, bro.
No. So you didn't always have like the super Gumby legs.
I still kind of don't really have super Gumby legs. Like I find this quite like comfortable, but and this is Gumby, is it? Is that what you're laughing at? Yeah. But that took a long time to work towards, and that's like for me just pigeon pose and hamstring stretches, and that's about 10 minutes a day.
Really?
Yeah, for real. Yeah,
See,
it's not that bad.
You can do it, people. People can do it.
People can do it, they just don't do it. It's the same as like I do old school jiu-jitsu. You know what's crazy to me about that, man, is like all of us by now have been training longer than the people who say that to us. Like I do old school jiu-jitsu, and what they really mean is I prefer half guard because it's easier on my rig.
Yeah.
That's really what it is.
Yeah, I don't want to bend myself in half.
Yeah,
it
it's difficult. Yeah, I get it. It is difficult.
I was thinking about this in the shower, actually. I was thinking about you in the shower. Yeah.
That's when you do that.
Yeah.
Or on the toilet.
Yeah, but in this case, the shower.
Okay.
Do you think it's better? You always hear this in striking as well. There's the hyper specialist who comes in and is like a sick kickboxer or he's got amazing wrestling or whatever. The same thing can kind of be said in jiu-jitsu, where there's hyper specialists who are very very good at guard, and then they're average elsewhere, or even in some cases like bad elsewhere. Like you're very good in both guard and passing, but I would say you're a hyper specialist at guard. Where do you think people should put their time in? Do you think people should invest in being a hyper specialist, or should you try and be well-rounded?
We've talked about this before, right? So, because I think the conversation eventually becomes about the meta, right? And then my point about it was, kind of remember the conversation now, is like, the meta is just whatever you train, right? So if you're like incredible at wrestling up, I don't think many people could play like Nicky Rod. Like a guy looks like he's in one knee up, one knee down, and shoots every single time. It's like a free level change, and he's allowed to do it because it's jiu-jitsu, right?
Yeah.
Everyone kind of has something that they, I don't know if it's like psychologically or physically sort of geared towards, and they tend to favor that. Or if it's like you said, where everyone gets sort of programmed from the gym they're at.
Yeah.
And it's definitely also the case that the rules dictate what you do.
Sure.
Like I was talking about that with Josh Lau, who competed on Subversion yesterday, and it's like it's like a sort of a noble thing that people will say to each other, like this noble goal that we don't train for a rule set, we train to be, just get submissions.
Yeah.
And it's like not really true. Everything that we do in the gym is dictated by the rules to some degree. You wouldn't ever play off your back if it was not for a rule set. So the rules do to some degree dictate what we do. But you're asking why I play off my back specifically?
No, I'm more asking like, what should people invest their time in? Like, should you try and get, you could pick any specialist, you could pick any avenue to be a hyper specialist at, but do you think it's more valuable to be well-rounded? Like you're pretty good at guard, you're pretty good at passing, you're pretty good at wrestling.
Oh, I see.
Or are you like, you just put all your skill points in the guard, or all your skill points in passing, or whatever it is?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of ways to be a jiu-jitsu player, right? So it's like, I guess the generic answer you would get is train pin escapes and submission defense, because that's where you're going to spend most of your time as a beginner, if that's the answer, if that's like what we're talking about as a beginner. But if it's about what you're interested in, then you should just train what you're interested in.
Right.
Like the best way to have longevity in the sport is to have fun with it. And for me, I'm just a competitive person, and I find I really like learning about the rule. Obviously, I want to get submissions. That's just like
for
obvious.
sure.
That's what attracts everyone to the sport. But I really, really like to look for exploits that lead to dramatic success. It feels like cheating when you do it right. It's obviously not. Noticing those things and having innovations in the sport is not cheating, but that's what it feels like to have
Like the
done.
first guy to hit a bolo.
Sure, what the heck? You know, guy spins on his head and now he's exposed the back.
Yeah.
And then somebody else recognizing that that position can be connected to putting your knees behind their hamstrings, and now you're doing something called crab ride, which existed in wrestling because it looks exactly like parterre. And it's like now we can recognize that the positions are the same, then you can upgrade to a twister hook, which is also from wrestling, but now I can do it upside down.
Yeah.
So it's like, for me, that's what I like about it.
Yeah.
To recognize the similarities between positions and then develop innovations based on that. I think our conversation was about why the playing off your back works, and I think it was because of that. Because so many... Craig Jones made a point about when Lockie had his 2019 run, that he kind of forfeited the seated guard battle to go directly to his back, and then people just had not, I guess, had trained to a lesser degree how to defend a K-guard entry. And then Lockie's hyper specialty was 50-50.
Yeah.
Like to this day, he's, to my mind, the best person from 50-50. And he has like a whole series of other moves from it. But that's part of being a specialist in it, is understanding all the different avenues.
Sure.
So what made him special for that run was that he could put someone there, forfeiting that initial battle, and then essentially, in my mind, like it's a cheat code.
He's just shortcutting it.
Yeah, shortcutting it. That's why I ended up playing off my back too, because people did not spend as much time on passing open guard, right? Specifically when someone was off their back.
Yeah.
And it was sort of built off that. If you can forfeit an initial battle and hyper focus somewhere else, when they haven't spent as much time training there, then you just tend to put yourself a little bit ahead. That was why I did that. But it just comes from an interest in the sport. Really.
I think that part I really want to fixate on, because some people, they get into it and it's fun initially, and then they start taking it really seriously and it stops becoming fun for them. Like, it's interesting to say that you largely just focus on what's fun for you.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Like, I think that's huge. A lot of people could really get a lot out of that because they take it way too seriously.
Yeah, I mean, we just copped it right then. With all these people just came to train and we talked about absolute nonsense for about an hour straight before we got started. Not even exaggerating. But no, you had a really good point about why we hyperfixate on the one thing. I mean, we don't, to be fair. We kind of train everything. It's just that
No, you definitely don't.
what we do in competitions is...
We didn't even play guard today. You just passed me relentlessly.
Yeah, well, I find that's actually one of the better ways to learn how to play guard is like, what are the strongest attacks? Right. So, I mean, if you were within the Sydney community, if people were to talk about this gym, one of the things they would mention is that our ability to put someone on their back is where we would struggle. Once they're on their back, we will melt their guard. It's like disengage the guard, walk to north-south, or pin the hips. Like things like this. Very simple heuristics around passing are something that guys here, not me. To the point where people from like other states are like Harrison is better at passing open guard, which I just find fucking absurd. Sorry, that's because it's Harrison. I can say it.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I think learning that kind of thing makes you better at defending it for sure.
Yeah.
And also more confident to do it. I mean, you kind of saw it with Gordon as well, right? He was the leg locker guy. The big innovation from Danaher was the saddle.
Yeah.
And then he recognized how hard it was going to be to make an attachment to someone using inside position, so he started playing on top. And then still made attachment, like finished using inside position a lot of the time. Sorry, well, you had a really good point about using stuff outside the meta to become successful in jiu-jitsu though. This was a while back, like why you would do it.
I can think, like, maybe you're talking about this point I've made where this is going to be really autistic, but it's statistics. So if you want to be a well-rounded person, then you also have to concede that so many other people are going to be focusing on the exact skill set that you're focusing on, because it's like everything, right? And so you have to view yourself as an iteration, as an experimental, like, consciousness. And if there are like 10 million people doing the exact same experiment you're doing, then whoever will emerge as the best at it, it's going to be primarily luck-based in terms of their, like, genetics or their environment. Because if you have the same exact goal but different circumstances, that's the only way one can emerge as superior. Whereas if you exist in an outlier community already, such as Australia or Europe, which is actually where you see specialists come from, they're not going to be, it's not going to be as likely for them to be that emergent, superior, well-rounded athlete. So it's going to be more optimal for them to focus on some kind of specialty that is not being, I guess, researched with consciousness iterations in America or Brazil, a place with a larger population of jiu-jitsu athletes. So in that sense, if you're in an area where you are already surrounded by outliers, it's kind of more optimal, I think, statistically, for you to just try to be an outlier in something else and be a specialist. Versus, say that like most well-rounded gym that you see would be like the American gyms, Danaher or B-Team people, or even like Greg Souders is like, he's got a very well-rounded gym too. They're all in that area with a very wide population base. So of course they're going to get the people who are more likely to emerge as the superior, well-rounded athletes.
That shit. Because I think that's like a hyper generalization, right? Like if you can't say that Melky Gavau's school, it doesn't have, like, bro, the way he defends north-south is with K-Cup. Like, you see exactly the moves play out exactly as we do them, right? And I think, like, his adaptation of I guess at this point I'm going to end up talking about gi jiu-jitsu being, like, integrated into no-gi is probably one of the best. Melky Gavau's done it in one of the best ways. And I would say open guard players, you see Elijah Carlton do it, right? The PGF guy. And in terms of innovative jiu-jitsu, Eduardo Tellez, right? Like, as an example, or Ryan Hall with the outside funk thing that he's got. I think I just advertised for him. But I say, like, he does, even his way of approaching MMA, it's like kind of similar, right? He'll go to his back and use that to use a Imanari roll towards leg locks and things like that. Like, you are seeing innovation there in a very similar way. You're saying that, well, what I interpreted that as, you're saying you don't see it in America, you don't see innovations.
No, so you committed the like inverse fallacy here, because yeah, America has the largest population base. That also means they're going to have a larger population of people trying to be outliers as well, relative to a smaller place,
Yeah,
right?
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then why is it so noticeably different here?
So it's so noticeably different here because here we do not have the number base to make the emergent, superior, well-rounded athletes, but we do have a number base to make emergent, superior outliers. However, America or Brazil or whatever also has a population base to make specialists as well. So, like, I'm not saying that one contradicts the other. I'm saying that if you have more of a population, then yeah, you're still going to be able to have specialists, but it's also going to lend to you being more likely to have the best well-rounded athletes.
Yeah, I fully did that. You know, I did that again more recently when Hodge Gracie put up a video saying it's like, you might submit me once in a round, but if I consistently pass you and get to mount or whatever, that it shows that I have better jiu-jitsu, even though you could get it off the occasional submission. And then the obvious conclusion to draw, which is what I drew from it, is that he values position over submission, where it's obviously the case that if you can isolate an arm or like you would see Josh Hinger a lot of the time dive for a front headlock and use that to pass the guard, right? So obviously one lends itself towards the other. So it's like, yeah, I did do exactly what you just said. I just didn't know the name for it. What was the name for it?
Inverse fallacy. Maybe that's not even the name of it.
It's a fallacy, bro. It is a fallacy to say, like, it's nearly like I just consistently create dichotomies in my head where one exists at the expense of the other.
It's a false dichotomy fallacy, yeah.
I just taught you something.
Yeah,
Yeah. We were talking about why I play off my back. I think that kind of answers it, right? Like,
Yeah.
you see it disproportionately in Australia and Europe that people play a guard. I think it just comes from the gi. I reckon we're all just Meow Brother fans.
Yeah.
Straight up. Like,
I was going to say, because you were, like, when I first trained with you, I actually said this in the first interview I ever did, that you gave me a life-changing beating in the gi. A beating that, like, altered my jiu-jitsu forever.
was that just a real piece of shit?
No,
we
you
used
were
to
just
cop
training.
that comment all the time, bro.
I don't know whether you were a piece of shit. I came into, like, your comp session and you were obviously in the middle of work and I was the new meat and you came in and you repeatedly, if I was on bottom, you would pass
Just
my
treated you
guard.
like not a person. That's awful. Yeah, and you're probably white belt.
I was a white belt, yeah.
Is this at West Side?
Probably
It was a
really,
West Side, yeah.
bro. I remember people now will tell us about that and how, like, honestly kind of rude we are, and I'm like, man, I think about, like, put myself in those shoes.
Yeah.
So you're about to walk into a gym where you know people like to compete, and you probably took like 10 deep breaths to even walk in the room, and then exactly what you were afraid of happening happens. You know,
Yeah.
I think about that now when someone comes to, like, train here, and I'm like, I should really I should really be nice. I should really try and be nice.
I remember it was an 8-minute round. It was in the gi. It was hot as fuck. And you would pass my guard, mount me, and smother me. And then if I was passing your guard, you would bolo me. You would either take my back, and then you would let me escape, or I would defend it, and you would get on top and mount me and smother me. You'd like double unders smothered me maybe 10 times.
And it's like, I probably felt like really cool about it too, hey? Like, what a piece of shit, actually, honestly.
I remember you were like, I was very clearly scared in this round.
I had that experience too.
No, with me.
This is going to make you feel bad.
100%
This is going to make you feel bad, and I am sorry, but it's very funny. Objective, we've come on the backside of it now. It's funny. 'Cause I was like, oh, geez. I was saying something. I was like making a comment, and you were like, just don't talk, bro.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
No,
I swear to God.
He would have said that. I mean, I was going to say...
But maybe you were saying something really racist. Please,
No,
at least
dude.
No, you probably were.
No, dude.
Yep.
I was a good little white belt back then. You're like, just don't talk, bro. And I was like, okay. And then you just kept fucking beating my ass for another 4 minutes.
Oh, it was in the round. It was in the round.
Yeah, but
So
I wasn't.
maybe
I wasn't like conversational.
I'm really like...
I was like just making like comments of like, fuck, like you passed me again or something. And you're like, just you don't need to talk.
Wait, I said you don't need to...
I can't remember the exact
I don't know,
wording.
bro. It does...
I can't remember the exact wording.
Like a real fuckwit.
I know, but it's okay.
Fuck.
It was very funny.
Oh, bro, it's not. Like,
Hey, I'm better as a result.
but imagine if it was that whiplash thing, right? They talk about the person got frisbee the symbol at their head.
Oh, yeah.
What if you're a different type of person that was like really sensitive towards that kind of thing and just never?
Greatness wasn't meant for me.
But that's the point of that movie.
That is the point of that movie.
It's also totally toxic. Isn't it? Like it's
also the point of that movie as well, is that it is also toxic.
yeah.
Yeah. No, I didn't mean to
solid
make you feel
movie.
bad. It was just funny.
No, it is bad though. Like I think there's definitely a lesson. Sorry, you were gonna say something.
No, you keep going. I'll say after. I was going to vouch for you though. I'll stick up for you. I can be Lucas's PR guy. So,
why you're here.
I had the same exact experience. I had the same experience Jake had, where you come in, you roll with Lucas, and he smothers you from mount, whether he's like starting on top or bottom. It's the same thing. However, he would do that to me 10 times in a round. But that cured my claustrophobia in jiu-jitsu. Like so a lot of people, Lucas's thing with his like in his gi and his hairy chest, like smothering his
Yeah,
hands in
no
his
shirt
mouth.
as well.
100%. However, like there are a lot of submissions people cannot handle being put in. Arm triangles are one,
Yeah.
and triangles is another really common one.
Yeah.
How are you going to
Just
be
like-
fine with being triangled or arm triangled unless you have Lucas smother you 10 times in a round?
You're right. What I should have done really was just get a bucket of water next to the mat and just fucking dunk people in it. Just be truly, truly horrific.
Okay.
No, straight up, I think like this happens a lot, is I had no success in competition, right, at the time.
Yep.
And I had like a real bad complex about it.
Okay.
Someone
And
threatened to hit you?
Yeah.
Did you? You almost got in a mat fight?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, he full... Okay, and I had...
Was it deserved?
No.
Okay.
It actually... Well, is it ever? Like, you're doing a submission, just tap and they'll stop, right? Like, really, you'd have to be...
Yeah.
Okay, what is the situation where it's deserved?
I didn't think ever.
But
I'm a chill guy. I don't think you should ever hit someone.
what do you reckon? You just
No, just tap. Just lose.
just tap, yeah.
You can just say, can we stop now? I'd like this to end.
Yeah, actually, so this it was the same.
You don't have to keep escalating it, is what I'm saying. Like, not for
Yeah.
you. I mean, like if you're doing something that's terrible to me, I could just say, I would like to stop this round now. This is too much for me.
I also
But
think the
continue
smother
to
tap
do it.
wasn't part of. Sorry to cut you off.
No, you're good.
The smother tap wasn't part of the culture then. Like I think Gordon, who was it? The dude
Yeah.
that got the
Right.
thing and then it
Well, Gordon's actually never hit one in competition.
I mean, he tried on
Jacob
Pedro.
He tried.
You know, on Jacob Couch.
Oh, it was a chest compression.
Did he? Yeah.
Chest
it
compression.
wasn't a smother. It was
Yeah.
from mount.
Yeah.
But it's like that series of techniques where you're
Yeah.
opening the elbows above their shoulders and like all of that at the time wasn't really part of the culture.
Not at all.
So people just treated it
Bring
as
that up. just
dirty.
don't-
I was treating it like his penis.
Yeah.
The like people treated it as dirty, like
Right.
anything like that.
Yep.
You know, and it's like and things weren't taken with the humor that they're taking in now as well.
Yeah, I
Not
agree with
saying
that.
that's what was my intention when I did it.
Yeah.
And then this one specific day, I had like a surf rashy. Like it wasn't like
Oh,
this.
like
it was
a thick
loose.
one.
It was loose, and it would
Oh,
like
it just vacuums to people's face.
that's exactly. It would be like
yeah.
you know, and it would be like that's what happened to him, and he full on. He had a panic reaction, like a
Yeah.
full on adrenaline response, and he gets up after it, and this is like after a submission where that happens, and he goes, "If you do that again, I'm going to punch you." And I was like, "Yo, what?"
Excuse
like,
me?
Yeah. It was like a pardon, and I said, "Look, man, I'm sorry that caused you anxiety. Like that's not what my intention was. I was just doing jiu-jitsu with it when I did that, but you can't have that response. That's insane."
No.
That's an insane thing to do.
Yeah.
And he said, "Yeah, but if you do it again, I'm going to punch you." I'm like, "Well, okay." And he goes, "All right, let's roll." I'm like, "No."
No.
Like, that's crazy. I would not
Yeah.
do that.
You want me to not do jiu-jitsu? The odd chance my rash guard falls into your mouth, you're going to hit me?
And bro, he talked shit about everything about me afterwards. Like we would do this dumb. This was straight up. This was during COVID, right? So we're not even supposed to be training,
Yeah.
and we would essentially have like a
Allegedly.
yeah, we weren't training during COVID.
No. That would be irresponsible.
And and we would do goofy workouts afterwards, and some of it involved pull-ups. And he's sitting there watching us do pull-ups, and he's saying I'm doing them wrong with like not full range of motion and stuff like that. I'm like, okay, dude, fuck, like give me a break, you know. Anyway, I think that I had an inferiority complex or something like that. What would you call that? You're the psychologist.
Yeah, I'm not a psychologist, but
If you haven't achieved something,
yeah, you definitely would have been like worried about receiving enormous critique from all your peers for having not won anything.
yeah.
Like you think you're trying to validate yourself
Yeah.
through bashing white belts in the gym?
But I don't even think you were doing that. I think actually what happened was you were looking up to a lot of really good guys who were like with like Levi, and Levi would train super hard, and like I presume he would be trying to smother you all the time. And how else are you going to possibly compete with the people Levi's competing with if you're not willing to experience that in the training room? Like it's kind of nonsense.
I don't know if that was necessarily what Levi was doing. Maybe that was just my interpretation of what he was doing, right? Like Levi, it's like when someone, yeah, so this is really hard, right? Because my perception of what was happening might not have been what was happening, right? So Levi's just incredibly good if he's able to leg drag you or single underpass you 50 times in a round. And what I'm drawing from that is, oh, I'm experiencing claustrophobia, then that's what I'm going to try and induce on the next person to try and achieve the same result, right?
Yeah.
That's not on Levi, that's on me, right? So it's like, but I definitely, I know I did. I was like trying to prove myself in the gym to some degree, and it's goofy. It's goofy. Like I was trying to get as good as possible. I'd also just been booted from a gym where the owner was a really high level competitor, and it ended ugly,
Really?
like explosive and ugly. And I was just like, fuck, man.
Just
I just gotta
angry guy.
Just angry.
Yeah.
And I was angry for a really long time, and then COVID happened, and there was no chance. There was no like outlet, no way to like work on that kind of thing. And I think honestly that may be the experience with a lot of competitors in jiu-jitsu from that time. There weren't as many opportunities, and then if it didn't go your way, it was like,
That was
how
my
many people
opportunity
crash
gone.
out after Worlds? How many times have you seen that Worlds crash out?
Right.
Where people disappear for about like 3 months afterwards
Grappling
and think it's a
industries
reflection of
crash
their,
out.
yeah, bro. They think like losing a match is a reflection of their whole identity.
Okay, so this is also something I want to get into, and it kind of touches on what you were talking about with the gym and like just general insecurity. Like people get their like life's validation from how they go on like a Tuesday night with an IT worker. It's like,
Okay, yeah.
I feel like that's unhealthy.
Yeah.
I mean, it kind of shows that you were saying that you were super angry and insecure. Like, how did you? Because we talked in the beginning about training being fun. That does not sound like a fun kind of training experience where you're constantly insecure about how you're going in the gym.
I don't think you can attach your identity to being successful from some sort of metric that's outside your control.
Right.
Right.
That's a good point. That's a good way of putting it.
Gable Mate would have something really poignant to say about it.
That's okay.
What would you?
I like what
Gabriel
you have to say
Mate.
about it.
Gable Mate?
I don't know who that is.
I don't know
No,
who that
you
is.
definitely can't. Look up Gable Mate. It's fucking phenomenal.
Okay.
Like everyone, if anyone listens to this, you will be benefited by that.
Do your
for sure.
homework, fellas.
Yeah. You definitely can't attach your identity to results. That doesn't even make sense.
Yeah.
What would you say?
I think like inherently we come to jiu-jitsu to overcome adversity that we may like not have control over. That's what we're doing. We're, like, you know, the whole leave your ego at the door. The only reason you come back is because you have an ego in a sense where your ego is you're actually your sense of self. Okay, I want to overcome this puzzle. Like, you know, you play any game, it's because your ego.
Yeah.
when it detracts from other people or harms other people, obviously that's an issue, right? So yeah, I want to beat up this IT worker. I think it's not really a problem if that's even your identity, because your identity can be like you like to go to training and try to compete with your friends or teammates and win in the training room. But if you like develop some kind of unhealthy attachment, a pathological problem where you actually might hate them or feel insecure, obviously like this is pretty NPC dialogue. But I think like it just stems from not actually having anything in their life where they do have control over in terms of how much they can work to overcome the adversity. Like, okay, how much can you work to overcome the adversity of your boss, like telling you to do work or like telling you you're lazy or whatever? Some jobs you can, but not everyone can do that. And so obviously it's going to reflect in the one environment where they actually can try to improve and like get out of this like rut of misery that they have.
Right. So it's like a double rut of misery. I'm getting smothered by Lucas Kanard and I fucking hate my job.
Yeah.
If you attach your identity to it, if you attach your identity to it, it creates like a trauma relationship to competing.
Yeah.
Right. And if you have a traumatic experience at, say, Worlds,
right,
and you've like attached your identity to it, then it can really have a negative effect on like the rest of your year.
Yeah.
I guess.
How do you then overcome a loss without like fucking crashing out? Like how do you deal with a loss?
How do I deal with a loss?
Yeah, you personally.
Okay. The last loss that I had was on Polaris, and it was because they cheated. And it was because the organization is corrupt, and the other team paid the ref, and they're liars, and I'm the best of all time. I've never lost.
Nice. The mat was wet. I slipped.
Yeah, bro. It was sun was in my eyes.
Yeah.
Fuck, man. How do I deal with the loss? It's not that serious. Like, so I don't care that much. Like, I used to have like legitimately treated a loss like trauma.
Wow.
Right? Like some sort of blow to my identity.
Yeah. Like you've been found out.
I guess. I don't know. Like, in some way, the conditions of that match could somehow mean that I just wasn't the person that I thought I was,
right?
Which is just completely absurd.
Mm-hmm.
It means I was attaching my identity to a result, which
right.
doesn't make any sense.
Yep.
Right? And then obviously that's going to have a super negative outcome. It's also like building your entire year around one particular event makes very little sense. It's because you don't really have control of the outcome, especially if you're. So like Olympians, I think, experience that towards the end of their career. Mm-hmm. And it's like they're someone told me they sometimes even self-sabotage, right? Because say your goal in life was to win an Olympic gold medal and then quit, well then you wouldn't be able to imagine your life after. And I think in Australia this happens with like Aussie rules football really commonly, to the point where my mate was going to make a doco about this, where it's like, because of your habits are built around becoming successful in the sport, and everything in your life is built around that, when you don't have anything afterwards, then you fall into depression.
Yeah.
Right? And what you're really falling into is like a lack of habits. If your identity is built around building towards this gold medal, then when you don't have that, then who does that mean you are?
Yeah, who are you? I'm not the jiu-jitsu guy anymore.
Or I'm not the skier, or I'm not the... And Alex Volkanovski talks about it. He falls into depression when he doesn't have something to train for.
Right.
And I think that's the case.
Yeah, right? I feel like that's a really... Even no matter how healthy you are mentally with jiu-jitsu, it's going to be kind of a common problem when you're done eventually. Yeah. I don't know how you overcome that.
Yeah. I used to train when I was working in Crow's Nest at a jiu-jitsu gym there. I was training with a guy whose name's Dan Vickerman, who in his professional career was the second role for the Wallabies.
Okay. And
he was, by any metric, successful afterwards. Mm-hmm. And he was like someone I would categorize as like as an acquaintance. I didn't know him very well, but I trained with him and like had some funny stories about him. He's treated jiu-jitsu like he treated footy. If someone would take him, this is a white belt comp, if someone would take him down or go for a takedown, they were out of bounds, they're hanging on their leg, and you turn away, he would push their head into this is Sydney Aquatic Centre, so he would push their head into the wood and then walk back to the middle, and the refs like aghast and would DQ him. And
That's what you do in the field, right?
because that's what you do, right? Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And obviously, yeah, he got DQ'd.
Yeah.
And this guy was a successful guy. He had like business interests after his career. He handled his finances well. He gave speeches on how to adjust to life after professional sports. And in 2017, it was a tragedy. He took his own life.
Oh my gosh.
And I imagine CTE played a role. This is me guessing straight up that I obviously can't speak to that. But second role for the Wallabies, there would have been a lot of collision.
Yeah.
And you got to think a big part of it was that the routine and habits aren't there. And this can be like tragic for people.
Yeah.
I think having a healthy, balanced lifestyle and treating jiu-jitsu as a part of that lifestyle is something people are much better at now.
Yeah, I totally agree. Oh, that's terrible.
It's awful. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
awful. It was a real tragedy.
Mm.
Like for people to avoid that, because you see it all the time in jiu-jitsu, people throwing everything into it with nothing else.
Right.
It's like, I mean, look, this is in no way comparing someone's situation to somebody else's, right? It's just, I think a balanced approach is important for people.
For sure.
For sure. And to throw your entire identity into one event, and this is because I did it for Worlds for so many years, it actually just put too much pressure on the event. And then I would fall into a depression afterwards because I just couldn't, if I wasn't successful at that, I couldn't imagine like who I was anymore. I was supposed to be this person who was a champion, and that was how I proved it. The thing was, this was a really cool thing about Levi, was his perspective on it was, if you train like that every day and you eat like a champion, you sleep like that, and you do the things that make a person a champion, then you are one.
Yeah.
And like the result of a competition is not really like gonna affect that identity.
That makes sense.
It's just what you are.
You live as a champion.
Right. That's who you are. That's not necessarily even a jiu-jitsu thing. If you do all the right things in your life, right, then the person that you want to be, your identity, that's you.
Yep.
That's who you are. Then the results, the outcomes, the things that are outside your control, that's somewhat irrelevant to that, right? I don't know that that's going to solve a trauma relationship towards competition, but it definitely changed my perspective because I just knew that I was doing the right things and that eventually it would work out.
Yeah.
And I'm lucky in that it worked out.
Yeah.
I didn't give a fuck anymore whether I won things or not. I just knew I was doing the right thing and I'm having fun with it.
Right.
And it really made it so I could enjoy even the week of competition where I would dread the outcome. Now I'm just like, I'm actually just enjoying everything I'm doing that day.
That's awesome.
I see it the most. I mean, I don't know if that's how they arrived there, but I've recently did the Polaris Squads event where I filled in for Joseph Chen on the Polaris team against the Who's Number One team. These guys don't give a fuck, man. They're just having fun the whole time, right up to the event, before, after. We went to a pub to get a feed before the event.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, they competed the way they competed. They're absolute demons, right?
Yeah.
And it's because the results of an event aren't. I mean, it's got to be partly that, right?
Yeah.
The results of the event aren't something they're attached to.
Sure.
That's right. That's what they're doing. I think that's great.
That's a good mental shift. Like just for the average person who puts so much stock in, they're depressed because they didn't do great in a round or they lost their grappling industries tournament that they prepared for a month for or whatever. Just have fun. Because it ultimately is fun. It's like, why the fuck else would you do it?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Yeah.
It's irrelevant as well. If you say you lost, define lose a round, right? Because the metric that you use to determine success in a round should be different.
I totally agree, by the way. But there's people think
Right.
that rounds matter more than they do.
Like, I guess
They
what I
do
mean by
matter,
that
but
is just
go
say
on.
my whole thing was to fucking hit suplexes that day.
Yeah.
What if I'm training with Josh Saunders that day and I can't move the man from the earth?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I
Like,
lost
you're not
the
gonna,
round.
I lost. Oh, yeah, you know?
Yeah.
Like, but you would have to move the goalposts and say, well, if I were able to connect my hands on a standing rear body lock, then that would be somewhat of a direction.
We're
towards
moving in the right
success,
direction.
right?
Yeah.
So, it's like, you could do that with I guess that's kind of CLA at some point, isn't it? Right? Like, you're just changing the win condition because you're learning the skill or progressing towards the correct skill.
Yeah.
Probably very mentally healthy. Like, I think when the Corbet brothers compete, they're just playing a series of games. You don't need to G yourself up to play a series of games.
Yeah.
You know, you would never need to G yourself up to hop on the computer, right?
Sure.
And play PC. If you're just...
I do.
It's kind of like the Danaher thing where he tries to make competition as much as similar to training as possible.
Right.
Like it's a thing that you do every day, and so is competition.
Okay.
I think that sounds similar. You normalize competition. You don't elevate it as to something special.
Yeah.
And then that allows you to show up. So.
But is this what Gordon did? Because he seems like he wears anxiety on his sleeve. To me.
Maybe.
Yeah, I can't speak to it.
I don't know.
You'd have to talk to
I'd
him.
have to ask him.
You'd have to ask him.
Yeah.
I wouldn't ask him. I'd be scared to ask him. I wouldn't like, just what I see of him, I wouldn't be like, we're probably going to have a great talk.
He's actually a really nice guy.
Well, I mean, that's your experience of him,
Yeah.
right? I'm just saying, like, as a person who only sees him through a screen, to him, I'm a random little guy. That's what he said of me.
That is what he said of you. You are a random little guy.
So it's like,
I wasn't that little.
yeah, I mean, fuck, bro, I worked really hard. What do you think? How do you handle non-successful scenarios?
Well, there were two different things I wanted to point out, though, to be like kind of a nuanced contrarian. I fully agree that obviously not caring about the losses too much and using them as like understanding that that's how you get better, things like that. They're obviously more healthy for your mindset. But the issue is there's going to be so many people who hear that and say, okay, but I want to be willing to experience the misery because I need to go through that like torture in order to win worlds. Like I've seen people who I'm like, I talk to them.
That's a narrative that people.
Yeah.
But some people, you're saying some people might need that to
They
progress?
think they do.
They think they do.
So what I'm saying is I've seen people who I don't have any like role models that I know. My only role models are people who have won worlds. And they don't know how to like relate to those people at all. They just see someone who's put in really hard work and the only identity that person is looking up to is that they're a world champion. And then they think, okay, I don't care about all your self-help to make you feel better about losing because I want to care maximally to this toxic degree so I will not lose. And so I think,
Whiplash thing again.
yeah, it's a whiplash thing, right? I think like it's not ever going to be convincing to anyone to explain to them it's okay to lose if they're in that mindset. I think actually what you have to do is explain to them that even after they win with that mindset, they're going to be completely self-critical. They're not going to be happy. Like that's actually what happens. If you get to that high level point, you reach your whole dreams.
That's the truest thing ever, isn't it?
Your ultimate goal. You win blue belt worlds after being a blue belt for 7 years, like some people. You win worlds. You're still gonna be miserable if that's the way you got there. Like so, that's actually how it's undesirable. It will still lead to a worse outcome. Yeah, like even if you succeed in your fantasies.
Yeah, shit. That's a really good point.
Because you're like, well, it wasn't all subs or whatever.
Right. So if the identity you're creating for yourself is that you're a champion because you do things as a champion, if the identity you create for yourself is that no matter what you're being this toxic sludge of negativity in order to become successful, then when you become successful, you're still going to be that.
Yep.
So really, it's about your identity, not your results.
Yep.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. You know who was really bad for that was just because he's a fucking hilarious person. I'm going to bring him up. Was Tito Ortiz. He would run. I used to like religiously watch those UFC Embedded or whatever it was, and I don't know which one he was in, but he was talking about running in a mountain at a place in California called Big Bear, which was like high altitude where he used to train, and he would be like, "Keep running, you piece of shit. Keep running, you piece of shit." I imagine, like, and obviously, if you know what's fucked up about that actually, if you became successful that way, then unwinding that would be so impossibly hard.
You have to retire.
Like, no, not even when you have to retire. Like, you're spending your life as this miserable prick purely because...
Like, I'm a piece of shit.
But because that's what you said to yourself. Yeah. And how do you then, if you became successful that way, decide that that's the wrong thing to have done? And then because you've got this tangible result attached to it, it would nearly be the worst thing in the world.
Oh my God.
To win ADCC a few times and create a new division for yourself and do the super fight and then do the minus 99 category and you have to keep competing no matter what and feel like you're trapped in your own skin. Yeah. Anyway, so the sorry, you're wearing the Kingsway hat. That's fucking. I shouldn't.
It's just my hair's fucked up, dude.
I'm sorry. He has great jiu-jitsu. He really does.
Yeah.
So the I don't know if that answers your question at all, but that is how I feel about it. Like, it's nearly irrelevant. The result in the face of your identity is irrelevant.
Yep.
Right, and to have positive mental health, that would be. Were we even talking about mental health?
It's kind of a part of it, yeah.
How you overcome a loss? Yeah, I mean, that's what we're really talking about though, right? Because it's like this mental hole that people get in. I think if you created an identity and you became somewhat successful and you were negative, right? You were a negative person. That's what you're saying. But like, that's what you're saying.
No, it wasn't.
Okay. Well, I just mentioned it because I mean, that is what happened, right? And it is really hard to unwind that and then become positive and then become successful after that. That's like a few things happening together.
You know, Danaher said something very interesting at Kingsway. He's like, I don't think you can be great without being kind of fucked up. He was like, I don't think it exists. He's like, you can go through and take like, I think he used a chess player as an example. I cannot remember the guy's name. Famous chess player, Fischer.
Yeah,
Bobby Fischer.
Bobby Fischer?
It was like Bobby Fischer just went fucking crazy, learning chess and
What
learning all
happened
these
to Bobby
moves.
Fischer? Didn't he say there was a Jewish conspiracy?
Yeah, he really became highly anti-Semitic, and so some people would say, well, how is he crazy then? Maybe they just say that he's crazy because he became anti-Semitic. But no, he actually had like degenerative brain disorder. Like
Oh, did he really?
I think so.
Yeah.
He got into drug addiction, so that would have caused his brain to degenerate. Like he actually just could
Well, I mean,
not-
even you can
could not
take
live
like
with himself.
great writers like
Yeah.
Hemingway, famously crazy drug problems, right?
So at that point, you're talking about the nature of genius, right?
I guess, yeah.
And then people would say, like, historically, there was this idea that you had to have a muse. Remember
Right.
that? Oh, yeah.
I've heard of the
That
idea
was-
of the muse. I do not pretend to understand it.
It's a woman, right? The muse was about a woman.
Well,
and
yeah,
they had to.
usually that's a good muse. A happy relationship is a good muse. Like,
The thing about that is, it's like you can't. Sorry, we're talking about genius, and I don't listen to him half the time, right? Like,
You just pick pieces.
Yeah, like a lot of it's really useful, but when he speaks really fast, I can't follow.
That's fair.
So the probably says something about that my number. Anyway, doesn't matter. I was going to say it probably says something about my IQ. The thing I was going to say is like when people talk about genius is Muhammad Ali was a genius in the boxing ring, and when he fought
everyone. Are you talking about his rope-a-dope?
the one
Yeah.
rope-a-dope.
I don't remember who that was
Who
against,
fought-
but I know
George
I know
Foreman. It was George Foreman.
You're right.
In
Famous clip, right?
in Africa, and the whole fight he's getting kind of beat up, and he's doing what they called the rope-a-dope.
Yep.
If he gets knocked out in that fight, he's not a genius.
He's a fucking idiot.
He's an idiot, right?
Yeah.
Well, this was actually Conor McGregor's tactic against Khabib Nurmagomedov, right? And he got fucked.
Yeah.
Like, and he's an idiot
Yeah.
for it. Like everyone, and then he actually did cop that comment over and over after the fight. Why would you do something like that?
Yeah.
There was a logic behind it.
For sure.
And if it had been successful, he's a genius.
Yeah.
And he wasn't successful.
He
so
was
he's an
trying
idiot.
like the only thing he knew he could do, which was like, all right, this guy's better than me in the place that I'm the worst at.
Yeah.
I'm gonna fuck with him as much as I can.
It's
Is that what
funny.
you're talking about, right? Where he talked a bunch of shit?
Oh no! I mean, the talking too much shit was aside. I mean, literally the actions he took in
Okay,
the match.
right.
The Dominic Cruz comment everyone memes on, like, oh, he's trying to tie Khabib out.
Oh.
Yeah, like, everyone's like, that's stupid. But then John Kavanagh came on the Joe Rogan the next week and said that's what they were doing. Like,
Shout out Dominic Cruz, dude. He's
it's
on
just,
it.
like, he was right. It just didn't work, as
Yeah.
Lucas is saying.
Dominic Cruz is another person
Genius.
who is a genius. He looked bizarre. What his footwork, his
Sure.
movement, he
Yep.
was bizarre. He obviously cut a lot of weight, and that led to a lot of his success. But what he was doing was so original, and I really actually love Dominic Cruz. I actually like people like that in general.
I do
Maybe
as
that's-
well. Dominic Cruz rules. He gets so much hate. I really like him.
I mean, maybe the way he speaks and his dorky haircut. but,
Sure.
Like his fighting
Yeah.
prowess was amazing.
Amazing.
And I think like maybe that's just something about my character that I look up to people like that, right? Who had a very like I don't know, definable style or
Yeah.
like something
True.
totally
You,
original.
like you said, like, you could do the silhouette test with Dominic Cruz, and you could tell it was always him.
Yeah, that's a really cool way of putting that.
Yeah.
And yeah, and I really like that kind of thing. Ryan Hall the same way. I think it's tricky. One thing that I really enjoy is it's people tend not to look at matches where someone lost for things that were successful. Like, I really like Paul Miao's matches, and a lot of them where he lost was still. I think the last one I watched was like the Cabrini one. I put a clip up on my story. He lost because he got a negative for pulling guard in the overtime, and then just couldn't come on top. But most of the match was just him, his
Doing
guard
cool
just
stuff.
brutalizing Cabrini. He
Yeah.
just never finished anything. That's the ADCC rule set in a nutshell, isn't it?
Yes. I remember I learnt a ton from Ethan Krellinson
Cabrinha
versus.
in that match.
No, I haven't watched that match actually.
I know, but somehow it got in there because
Yeah.
you did that thing with Ari. Doesn't matter.
Oh,
Go on.
Yeah, I was just gonna gloss over that.
Honestly, it's like a solid lesson for people to learn, right? The rules of the match dictate what you do in the match.
Talking about the Ari penalty.
I'm talking about the Ari penalty. I'm talking about the fact that if you train pin escapes the whole time and manage to score, I mean, the rules of what we do, the rules of the match dictate what we do in the match.
Yeah,
right?
for sure.
So it's like,
the whole camp, we didn't do any guard.
you know who told me that? And I was like aghast was Curtis. Curtis Martin told me that at the trials in 2023. He said, we just trained a turtle and stand back up. And I'm like, you fucking what?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if the only guard we did was if we were on bottom in the round.
Yeah.
That was it.
Yeah.
And it was just trying to stand back up.
You know, I went to Los Bandidos pretty recently, and they did a type of training the first 2 rounds, which is fucking cooked for me because I had only trained to play guard because Polaris is a different rule set.
Yeah.
But they had the trials, the European and the Brazilian trials, which are happening now.
Yeah.
They had them coming up. They did rounds where they were 3 3-minute rounds, right, to emulate the
Oh yeah, the rules, the time split, right?
yeah. And
No points, overtime.
right, and the only win condition was that you get hooks on the back. So you couldn't do submissions, right? And you had to wrestle.
Yep.
But the only win condition, because you shouldn't get pinned. If there's no submissions, there's no real reason to get pinned, right? You'd have to be like a severe fucking wrestler to actually hold someone clean 2 shoulders on the mat without some sort of threat. I don't know. That could be just me being ridiculous, but most of the time, you're more likely to get the back than you are to just pin 2 shoulders on the mat.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, I guess there's no incentive to turtle in the no points period. I feel like that would be.
Right.
Yeah.
The point of this was for cardio and to get used to taking shots.
Sure.
And like to get across that feeling, the feeling of doing a trials match, which is
That's cool.
when you get up. I thought it's actually really fun. We've been doing it for Joao's. I think he's got 2 trials. He just came third. He got to the semifinals and I fell asleep. Came fourth.
Yeah.
Came fourth.
Nice.
When it was like as soon as the semifinals were up, I was just like, but he did so fucking well. That was his first trials, and now he's got another one in a week, which is pretty.
The Brazil ones are like back to back. Hey.
Yeah.
I kind of like that. Get it out of the way.
Yeah, but also
Rough.
Ow.
Yeah, rough.
Like even a slight injury in the first one, and
Yes.
then you got to do it again.
Yeah.
It's nearly. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
There's no good way to.
We've kind of gone full circle to being a specialist or being a generalist, which is you train to the rules that you're kind of going to compete in.
Oh right, yeah.
We've come full circle.
Yeah, it's funny to see people play off their back in that rule set.
Right.
Like,
I feel like, have you ever seen like a strict guard player win ADCC?
a strict guard player win ADCC. I've seen people win from playing guard in ADCC. Like
For sure.
Gordon
Szynski.
is kind of that, right?
Yeah.
He did that with Bishesha in that match.
True. Yep. That's
Yeah.
true.
I think they changed the rule after that. I think they changed the rule because he kind of went to his knees and just went like
Yeah.
touched him and then went to his back.
Yeah.
So I was asking Josh about Taylor Pearman's final, where he kind of offered him the leg and the guy grabbed it and he sat.
Yes.
And my perception was
He got a
like,
negative from that,
he got
didn't
a
he?
negative,
Yeah.
yeah. And my perception was like, I mean, goofy ass rules, goofy ass action,
Right.
And then the rest is jiu-jitsu. Like
Yep.
we kind of just get this part out of the way, we'll do some jiu-jitsu, right?
Yeah. Like Gordon and Andre, but it was Gordon like kind of just let himself get taken down.
Okay, so that was the difference, right? So he kind of got bum rushed by Gavin and
Yep.
then Nicky Rod. Both of those were like they just bulled into him,
Yep.
like knowing that he was going to do that, I guess. But he was knowing that he was going to go to his back. And I think it was like them moving into him or something like that.
I guess the intention was like Gordon just got cleanly taken down, whereas Pearman just sat.
Right.
I guess.
And that kills me about ADCC because at some point the judges are trying to perceive intention.
I know,
from
that's
player.
the worst part of ADCC is the intention.
Yeah, like
It's
with IBJJF, and I'm not saying it's better, but it's written down.
But it's better in the sense that it's very clear.
It's written down.
Yeah.
They made videos. This is
Yeah.
what's happening,
Yeah.
right? Anyway, doesn't matter.
No,
Doesn't
I
matter
know.
that much. I wanted Taylor to win. That's really what this is.
I really like Taylor. He's cool.
Yeah, and then the rest of the match, he was just attacking the guy.
Yeah.
Anyway,
There's no perfect rule set. If someone can figure it out, they'll be maybe a thousandaire.
Big money in that. Big money in figuring that out.
Yeah.
Bro, I don't know. How much did someone get for the pit? How much money did they just turn it into a fucking bowl and called it something else?
Right.
Bro, the crash outs on the commentary and that is so funny. They're like,
oh, because the commentary was very bad for the last one, wasn't it?
someone at some point, one of the commentators said, this happened they were pinned up against the wall and they were like, this happened in something that was very much like the bowl. I was like, really?
They're doing that on purpose. There's no way you would
Oh, they're
say
mucking
that.
around?
Yeah,
They're
you would
mucking
say that on purpose, 100%.
Hey, you know what we should do? We should put it on a flat, elevated platform. That's what we should do. Subversion. Far out, bro.
Yeah, that one's rough. I feel like you lose so much mat space because you're like, I'm
Yeah.
going to die.
Yeah, this is the end.
Yeah.
Like-
It's like WWE. You take a fucking bump to the concrete on the floor.
Yeah, so what's more expensive, to create elevated seating or an elevated platform?
Right.
But actually, it's the cost of someone's life. So you also got to factor that in. How much is the life worth? Right? Like someone snaps their neck. Maybe they did the math and it works out.
Yeah.
Save money on the seating.
The insurance for a guy dying is cheaper than seating. Oh my gosh.
You ever see Wagner boot AJ Agazarm off
Oh,
the
that
stage?
is the most goated clip ever. I fucking love that clip.
Bro.
Wagner kind of rules.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
There's some parts that just,
There's something, have you ever had, okay, this is Wagner. Have you ever had someone come up to you in the gym and they're your best friend, they shake your hand, they're the friendliest person, then you slap and bump and then you start rolling and now it's like,
Yeah.
you see their eyes change?
yeah,
bet
they're like
that's-
shark eyes, right?
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Like they smile, but just to hear.
Wagner's, is he like that?
No, well,
you ever
in
trained with
person,
him?
he's a legend. I've never competed against him,
yeah.
but you've seen him compete.
Oh, yeah.
Like
Nasty boy.
Him, Pedro Mourinho, the Ruotolo brothers, people that people say are legends in person.
Yeah.
Which I'm not saying they're not. They probably are.
No, yeah.
But you watch them compete, and that looks painful.
They're mean.
They're mean, yeah. They're mean.
Dude, side note, did you see Tyrell Tolo hit the ropes and spear Pavel?
Yeah, I saw it. Yeah, it was cute.
I mean, that rules.
Yeah,
It's so funny.
yeah. I wanted Pavel to win. I just wanted Pavel to win. I don't know. I'm too biased.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't seen Ty lose in a while, so that'd be nice.
Yeah, sure. No, I'm way too emotionally attached to someone who plays off their back like that. I just wanted him to win. Like,
Yeah, one for the guard players,
legit. Plus, they're from like a until Matej Szczynski, relatively unknown team. So I just figured I want them to win.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Should we finish with some rapid fire? Just a couple.
Okay, how are we going to both do this? We should
You
stick
do it.
close.
You're
We'll
the
stick close.
subject.
We'll stick close. It's fun. It's fun to
I'm
do.
just your emotional support animal. Like,
Whenever you need to phone a friend, he's there for phoning a friend.
yeah.
It's usually if I run out of information, you always have a lot.
Yeah. Do it that way. If you're drawing a blank, I'll help you.
Hardest round you've ever had?
Levi, yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Worst beating you've ever received?
Levi. Levi probably. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was I mean, technically,
No Tommy Strem?
Tommy Stram, I mean, we were together like the whole time. So it was like we were going through it together. I think we hurt each other a lot. Like I probably got hurt the most by Tommy Stram. I would say that for sure. Yeah, like the most injuries for sure. Because I don't know if you have this, but you have like a person you came up with that you're roughly at the same level as and you're learning. And I guess we were also just truly idiots, like competitive meatheads.
Yeah.
We're like good friends, but
Yeah.
at the same time, it's like we wanted to kill each other.
I've got a couple like that, but we're sort of similar level, but I don't know. I feel like I create a round where that just doesn't happen. I don't know. Whenever someone escalates it beyond to where I want to go,
Yeah.
I just go way lower.
Okay.
I go the complete
That's
opposite.
healthy.
Yeah.
That's healthy. I don't have that.
I
I
don't-
really should. I should have that.
Maybe-
and I advocate
yeah.
for that in other people.
Maybe that's why no one will remember my name.
No. That's not how it works, bro. I think Whiplash was full of shit.
Yeah.
Don't you have more followers than him?
Hey, dude, it's not about that.
You have this, though. This is a really funny story. So there's this guy in the gym that he won't roll with, but he also won't acknowledge how gross he is about it. I'm telling the story. So this guy in this gym, his name's Ishak, and he's good.
Really good.
He's really good. Yeah, he's really good. And he's
French guy?
French guy, long hair.
He was competing yesterday.
Yeah, he's a weapon. And he
He's actually funny as well. He's a cool guy.
he's a really cool guy. Yeah, legend. Nothing wrong with him. So, are you saying this? Are you
agree.
saying this to
I agree.
preface the story I'm about to say?
Maybe.
So, He's like a smaller guy. He trains with Jordan one day, and there's no round timer. It's like after the round timer, and they just keep going for a good 15 minutes. Where like honestly, it was completely even, and there was not much happening. So enlightened. Nah. Here's the thing about Isak. He taps everyone with a front headlock. Like in the gym.
Good guillotine.
Good front headlock. Just in general like sequences he puts together, and he'll catch you. Like he's just good.
Yep.
And after that first round where they have like it was totally ugly. Like they were trying to kill each other. Isak and Jordan actually are the kind of person that won't take it to that place. But they also, if it goes to that place, they will just keep going.
They're happy to go there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is, kind of also a defining characteristic of this gym.
Sure.
Can go a little bit too hard sometimes. And like not goat shed hard, but like.
Yeah. Tough.
Yeah. And it took maybe 3 months. Was it 3 months later?
Probably, yeah.
And he hadn't rolled with him again.
You forget the like enormous black eye, this huge black eye that I had for like weeks.
Look, that didn't happen. And then so 3 months I'm convincing him to train with him because the thing is Jordan has really good front headlock defense. Like he watched Gordon Ryan's instructional about keeping the hands centered and all that shit, and it really fucking works. And I hate saying that about Gordon Ryan. And he finally rolls with him again, and I'm like, you gotta roll with him. He's a great training partner. He's not crazy. He's a great training partner.
Yep.
Rolls with him again, and then it's like 2 minutes in the round, he's covered in blood. Like, oh, fuck.
Oh, fuck. Maybe I was wrong.
That's your Tommy Stram, kind of.
Okay, so you did that every day with Tommy Stram.
Honestly, ask Tommy Stram. It was pretty fucked, bro. It was pretty, like, it was bad. Like, it wasn't, yeah.
You got to have those wars every now and then, I feel like.
It was a different time, man.
Yeah.
It was like, it was just different. I don't know how to describe it.
Yeah, I agree. It was different. Things feel a lot more...
Fun?
Yeah, less serious, I guess.
Yeah, Craig Jones.
Probably is Craig. I don't know. It definitely played a role in it.
I don't know.
Remember at the start of this podcast, you said that you spent a lot of time with lower back pain from guard retention. That is why. Tommy Stram is why.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%. He would hold you in a single under for so long.
Oh, it hurts, dude.
It hurt, yeah.
You can choose to turtle.
Cowards. Because, yeah. I mean, that's a technique discussion.
Yeah,
This is part of what I do as well.
For
I don't hate the turtle.
No. Shout out Eduardo. Strongest grappler you've ever competed with or trained with?
Fuck, man. Just because we're talking about Tom, Okay, it's like this. I would say, have you ever had someone where you just can't move them in certain positions?
Yeah.
So I would say that Nico Maglichik is freaky if he's in a leg drag.
Oh, okay.
Right? Like having, being able to have upright posture and sit in a squat while you're doing a leg drag. I think him and Levi, they do it in a very similar way to like the Mendes brothers, where they can internally rotate. And have you ever seen like that little buck walk thing that Mendes does?
Yeah.
I just can't do that shit.
No.
Like, so I tend to favor other passes.
That's fair.
Which like more chest forward. Yeah. I think the most surprised I ever got by someone's strength was Paul Emiel.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was like featherweight, training for featherweight worlds, and I just got fucking flipped. I was middleweight doing it at those worlds, and I just couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
I just couldn't believe it. Like
That's awesome.
His grip strength, the way he would pull my knees away from his chest, that was shocking. Romulo's shockingly strong. I rode with Felipe one time. He didn't feel that strong, but he is a demon. Yeah, like it's weird. Some people don't feel strong, but they just feel perfect. Like people say that of Tynan Dalpra.
Right.
Yeah. Actually, Allsop says that of Tynan Dalpra, and he just constantly sucks off AJ. So I don't even know. You know what I mean? Like that's true.
I know.
What I'm saying. Like they are obviously very, very good.
Very good, yeah.
But like the way he talks about it, it's like.
Just dude, take it easy.
Speaking of, shout out Josh Allsop. Had a subversion win against Will Diaz.
That's
a big win for him.
Really cool.
Honestly, I was so happy for him, bro.
Yeah, me too. I was checking my stories. I'm like, he fucking got the belt. He got the strap.
He loves a belt.
Yeah.
He loves a belt.
I love a belt. I never won a belt.
You win a belt.
It's one of my only goals.
Bro, you win a belt.
I was so depressed that I didn't get into that tournament. That was yesterday because no one signed up for it. That was for a belt.
Okay.
I was like, I'm gonna fucking win. This is my worlds.
You have to fight Josh for that belt.
Yeah, I guess now that's my weight division.
Oh, is it actually?
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
I created drama.
Now you've created drama. Great job.
Strongest, yeah. I think people. Fuck man, I've been surprised by people's strength a
Yeah.
lot. Right? Like jiu-jitsu is weird for that. It's never the person. So there's this guy he's Nick, right? And he's fucking massive. And I'm sure if he's in the process of doing an underhook throw by, he feels really, really strong. But to roll with,
Not that strong.
Poor Nick.
that's. But what I'm okay. That's my bad for giving an example, I guess. But like, what I mean to say is, Owen O'Flanagan's really strong. People say that of him,
Yeah.
like as in when he catches a bite.
Yes.
Really, really strong. Joseph Chen's freaky strong at that too. Who else?
I asked him. He's like, just ankles explode when I touch them.
Yeah.
They just explode.
Imagine just being so strong, you're just surprised by it. Like, yeah, just like, bang.
It's like I don't mean to.
Why doesn't everyone do this?
Yeah, I know.
You can just win ADCC like this.
Yeah.
And you probably fucking could.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll see.
We'll
right? He's
see.
doing the 99. And he's been wrestling. That guy's very good.
His wrestling is good. Shout
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 99 has good wrestlers though. So
It does, and he's very
Declan,
small.
He's smaller than those guys.
He's
Maybe
a,
get bigger.
He's a whole 11 kilos smaller.
What? That's like
He did the trials at 88. He was 88
for the
kilos.
oh
Yeah.
yikes.
Yikes.
That's yeah. But you know, like that kind of does go to what we're talking about. Like if I were to wrestle with someone who was 66, but they were a really, really good wrestler, I bet I wouldn't feel that strong.
Yeah, I
you
agree.
know?
Yep,
So
that makes
it's like-
sense.
That's what I meant. I wasn't taking a shot at Nick. I was saying like it's
He feels
some
really
people's
strong
skill set.
in one area.
Yeah.
is what you're saying,
Like
right?
I always heard Murillo Santana's over-under is just feels absurdly strong. Right? And it's
Was that true?
I actually didn't get to roll with him.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he had a broken arm.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. At the time. And so we would train with like the guys he knew were safe. Bones is fucking strong.
Yeah.
His Unity, I was just Bones
yeah.
is whoa. Like whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was weird. And that was like after he just had a match as well.
Right, sure. And he was still strong.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
rough.
I think that's his thing. Like,
Yeah, he looked fucking pretty jacked.
yeah.
Yeah. So, dude, is there anything you wanna plug before we go? Got instructionals.
Yeah, Patreon. I have a Patreon. And I like this guy.
Shout out.
I like Dan.
Yep.
I did a comp where I was in it. That was cool.
Yep.
Cool stuff. Has a cool vibe.
For
And-
sure.
And he supports Aussies, like Aussie MMA fighters. That's mad.
Yeah.
I like that kind
That
of
was a cool comp. It was pretty fun.
I like Polaris because they'll have me. I love Polaris, actually, to
Yeah.
be honest, the most for that. And they're also self-sustaining.
Yeah.
That's a big point that they try to make. So there's a lot of athletes they don't get on because they just don't have bottomless pockets to do it because
Sure.
the event pays for itself.
Yep.
I really like that. We were talking about that before.
For sure.
Whereas like UFC BJJ, I just cannot imagine that's paying for itself. Like it
No.
has to be propped up by the UFC.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
Anything else you want to plug before we go?
I got nothing.
Nothing?
Buy Jake Nichols shit.
I don't have anything to buy. Private. Buy a private.
Buy private.
I'll
They're
teach you a
really good
private.
privates. Really, really good. I have actually done them.
I taught Lucas Kanard everything he knows.
Some of it.
Dude, thanks so
man.
much.
No, thank you.
Appreciate it. Thank you, Jordan.
Yes.